Hi, hello, happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new weekly reading vlog. I hope that you enjoy it. Before I actually continue with the vlog, I did address it in last week's reading vlog, but I just want to say that I think that now is the time to read as consciously as possible and to support Black people where you can, because what is happening in America is absolutely not okay, and it is my responsibility as a white person to educate myself on what white supremacy means and what microaggressions are out there in the world and how it actually oppresses non-white people. And I particularly want to start reading a lot more nonfiction and books surrounding these topics, not because it's now all of a sudden the hot topic, but because you do need to constantly educate yourself, especially because, as I say, I'm like a white person and I don't know these microaggressions that is applied to my everyday life. I'm not impacted by this, and to ignore it is actually just as criminal as, causing violence against Black people and non-white people, and it's absolutely appalling. So I am going to make a conscious effort at trying to educate myself. There are many recommendations going around right now. The books that I've seen is a lot about talking about white supremacy, talking about the uncomfortability it comes with white people talking about race, and I think those are very important because it needs to be discussed. There are so many books out there about this topic, and it's about time that people start reading it and really taking from it. I forgot to mention that I'll have some links down below in the description bar for you to check out if you're interested in signing petitions, donating, doing what you can for the movement. I'll have that information down below. It leads you to many sites that you can, as I say, donate, sign petitions, and just help to educate yourself as well. There are many sources there, so definitely check it out. To continue onto this week, I do want to say that I did fail in the sense that I did not finish Lady Smoke last week. I just finished it off now. I've given it 5 stars. I thought it was really great. It is a slower book to read. It is a more politic driven book. You're seeing a lot of play with the politics in this one. You're seeing a lot more contemplation and everything about the future and all of that, and I think it's really interesting that turn this book takes. It obviously isn't a romance heavy book based on like the bright pink sticky tabs. Like, there's some romance scenes they just like lighten things up every now and again because things get kind of really hectic in here. It is still a really good book. I really like this as a sequel. I just think it really does the first book justice, and I'm intrigued and excited to see how the story continues. We kind of end up on a really big cliffhanger in this one, which I really liked. Some people don't like cliffhangers, but I think that this cliffhanger will really add to the story. Obviously, I can only agree or like support that opinion once I've read Ember Queen, but I'm really excited to do so. Okay, I think right now I'm just gonna talk about the books that I will be reading this week in particular. The first one, Die Mauer by Max Annes. This is my German book. I actually have 3 assignments this week, 2 of which are for this book. One is a presentation and one is a short essay, so I really do need to read this. Then I want to start getting a move on my June TBR, which I'll have linked up in the info cards for you to check out. The first one is Frostheart by Jamie Liller. This is part of my Viking Path and Make Your Myth Taker, which I'll also have linked up in the info cards for you. It is a long middle grade, but I'm hoping that after something like Lady Smoke, it's going to be a little bit easier to read, a little bit more fun, a little bit more lighthearted, because as I said, Lady Smoke got a little bit crazy, but I'm excited to read this. And then obviously I still have to read Crescent City. I do want to read it. I didn't start it, so I'm actually forced to read it, otherwise get rid of it, which I really don't want to do. So I'm planning on reading quite a little bit of it today. I know the first 100 pages are the chunkiest and the most difficult to get through, so I kind of want to get them done today to just get through it, you know what I mean, and then kind of ease my way into the rest of it as soon as possible. I'm gonna probably try and see if I can't read about 100 pages of that every single day. It is like 800 pages, so it might take me more than a week to read it, but 100 pages is the least I want to do. And then another book that I plan on picking up this week, which hopefully I do. If I don't, it will obviously just be carried into the next week, but that is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. This is the follow-up on my Viking Path to Frostheart, so I really do need to get through both of these to continue on with the rest of my TBR. I think, as I said, this part is like the most difficult, is to actually follow a certain order of things instead of just going by my mood, because I probably wouldn't have picked up The Starless Sea as early as I am now. But yeah, so that's kind of the reading plans for this week. Obviously, I'll update you as things happen. It is a bit later. I am currently uploading the vlog for today. I'm so happy with the way I ended up editing the vlog, in the sense that the way I went about it, because for the first time I wasn't actually rushing to get it done. Like, I'm actually uploading it now simply because I just finished exporting it, not because I'm rushing and it's going to be on time and everything. And it's simply because all I did was I edited all of Monday's footage on Tuesday. Sometimes when I didn't have anything to do in the evenings, because that's what I'm finding, because I have so much time on my hands, which I would typically either have spent elsewhere than here. Whatever footage I have to edit the next day is also done. So that's kind of what I've been doing as of late. Right now, I'm just about to play some Animal Crossing, and I'm probably gonna listen to the Dance with Thieves audiobook, simply because I need to have that returned in 3 days, and so far I haven't been able to see a renew option for it, so it might be on someone else's hold. So I want to listen to that as much as possible, and I need to do my island stuff and all of that jazz, so I want to get that going. But look, it's snowing. Exciting. I clearly found like a new favorite spot. This is probably not the best spot in the evenings, but during the day it's quite a nice little spot to film. A little bit of an update since we've last chatted. I have started Dance of Thieves, and I'm liking it so far. It's very much the same because we're set in the same world as the Remnant Chronicles, which I absolutely adored. It's set 6 years after. Interesting to see how things have changed, how things are very much the same in some cases. I'm not very far in. I'm only 62 pages in. I am listening to this via audio at the moment, whilst I'm playing like Animal Crossing and stuff, because that's like the only time I can listen to an audiobook at the moment. I have also finished, thank goodness, planning out my June spread, so you'll actually have seen this video by now. It would have gone up on Friday, so I'll have that link up in the info for you. Hi, happy Tuesday. I haven't updated you yet because I've just been busy this morning. Honestly, I'm about to just quickly stop for a minute, and I want to film. I may wrap up as soon as possible so I can have that done. I also need to do an intro video for my Plan With Me. There we go with words. I'm currently reading Dimawa. I just had a look at my actual like seminar presentation and essay requirements, and I've just realized that I didn't do the first one right, the first set. So I am gonna have to make it up in this time, which doesn't make sense, because like when you look at the marking scheme, like the amount of work you have to put in for the amount of marks that you get is kind of ridiculous. I mean, my presentation, which has to be 20 minutes long in German, is out of 25. 25. The essay is a little bit better because the essay is actually out of 100, so it's a little bit better, but the essay length has to be 1,200 words. I'm a clown. That's what I am. I'm a clown. Not really far into Demo. I'm literally like, I've read the first chapter, so I'm gonna continue reading that in a bit. It's just taking me so long because I'm trying to understand what I'm reading, and I'm kind of highlighting, and there's some words that I don't know, so I'm like trying to do all that, so it's gonna take me a bit longer than that, than what I hoped. I was kind of hoping to be done with it today. Hi, hello. So it is Wednesday afternoon, so good afternoon. I hope you're having a good day. Let me give you a bit of an update. It's not going to be a crazy one because I haven't actually been doing reading. I am 10% in with Die Mauer. It's definitely taking me a while to get into because I'm trying to understand the German, and it's quite difficult because it's been a while. I'm so used to doing German every single week and having to experience the language in person all the time, and now I'm not, and now it's very difficult in that way. I'm struggling, I won't lie, but it's getting easier. The more I do it, it's easier, but the sad thing is it's not going to continue that way. And then I've made some really major progress in Dance of Thieves, which is the Mary E. Pearson book, which I'm absolutely enjoying. This is one of those authors which I really, really want to buy her books because they're incredible. I'm absolutely loving it to bits. The storytelling is really, really great. There are moments where I'm like, whoa, what? But then that's just because I lost focus because I'm getting quite into what I'm doing. But overall, I'm really enjoying the story. It's the same narrators as there was with the Remnant Chronicles minus 1 or 2, which is fine. And they're really great. They're really great with their voice acting and everything. So I'm really enjoying that. Once I'm finished with this assignment for today, I will be jumping into Frostad. I know I've been saying that I'm going to do it for a while now, but I'm actually going to jump into it because I really want to read it. I really want to make some progress in it. I can definitely get quite far into it once I give it attention, but for now, Dimawa is taking all of that away from all the other books that I want to read this week. But hopefully I can really get through it. I'm not far into the Dimawa, but I'm 20% in. I just finished a chapter and something happened, and now I'm like shocked. I wasn't expecting that. I'm honestly like, what? And I almost missed it because I didn't understand, and then I was like, what, you found a body? What? So now I'm just like, things just got interesting, man. Hi, so I figured I'll quickly pop in for one last update before I guess the last one for the evening. I am almost done with my German thing. I got about 109 pages into Die Mauer. I'll probably continue reading that on during the week because I still have an essay due on Monday and there's a lot more that I can take from it, but I'm not going to be stressing myself out for the rest of the evening with that. I have enough information to get a somewhat okay presentation, so I'm gonna just work on that now, getting all the presentation pieces together, formulate a speech, and from the speech get some like PowerPoint kind of things going. But it is currently I think like 6:30. I'm hoping to be finished with this by 7:30, so before dinner. Then after dinner you're gonna see me jump into fast art. So I'm really hoping to get far into this today. I'm hoping to get about over here. Once again, have not started this, but it is something that I'm hoping to do. I might end up swapping. I know I'm not technically allowed to do this, but I might end up swapping the Starless Sea for a Dance with Thieves. Dance of Thieves has a sword shape on it, but I'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm still interested in reading this, so I'm gonna keep it on my TBR for now. Figured I'd just quickly give you a short little update. That is how this evening is going so far. I might actually take a bit of a break now to quickly play a little bit of Animal Crossing just to see my turnip prices and see if there's something that I need to take note of on my island. Yeah, I think that's everything. So I'll see you in the next update. Terrible. I'm acknowledging this. I'm actually gonna be heading to bed right now. I am so exhausted. I have no idea why, but I'm just like sitting here and I'm editing this vlog, and I was editing the audio presentation part of my German assignment, and I just like sat there and I was like, I'm so tired. I want to go to bed. So I think I'm gonna go to bed now. I still have to put the linen on because I ended up washing my linen yesterday. So I need to put that on so I can actually sleep in a comfy bed tonight instead of freezing my ass off half the time. But guaranteed, the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow is read Frostheart. It is a guarantee, I promise. Hi, I figured I would pop in once again in my new favorite nook. I've put Mozart over there. If you don't know who Mozart is, I'll have my vlog from last week linked up in the info cards for you to check out. I thought I would give you a bit of an update. I've read up to page 50 in Frostheart so far. I'm having the same issues that I had the first time I read it. So I'm finding that the writing is quite difficult to get into, especially for a middle grade. I'm not really connecting with the writing. I'm loving the characters, the humor is there, it's very funny, but it's taking me so long to get into the writing and not to get distracted because of how it's written. Like, I don't know, there's just sometimes there's like one of those phrases that just kicks you out. So anyways, and then I also made some progress in Dance of Thieves. I'm so close to finishing that. I'm hoping to either finish it this evening or tomorrow morning, depending. And I'm about on page 374 of that. And things are happening, and in my heart, I'm so sad and I'm so happy and I just want things to happen and they're not happening yet. So like definitely very angsty. And I highly recommend the Random Chronicles and this as well. It's so freaking good. I highly recommend it. I'm absolutely loving it. And that's kind of the update that I have for you right now. I don't really have much else. I am planning on reading a lot more of this. It's nearing lunchtime, so I'll probably have lunch, try to finish season 5 of How I Met Your Mother. I'm so impressed with my progress in that series because I didn't think that I would be watching it as much as what I am, but it's so much fun. I mean, it's definitely problematic. There's like, I've addressed it before, so I mean it's 100% problematic, but it is such a funny, stupid show. Hi, hello, happy Friday. I can't believe it's Friday. I haven't finished a single book this week and it's driving me crazy. I've started so many. I'm currently reading 4 books. I have not in a very long time have I read 4 books at once and been at like really random parts of the stories. Usually I'll like start another one as I'm finishing one or whatever, but I'm literally reading 4 books, all of which I've either just started or I'm halfway through or I'm almost at the finish, and it's driving me crazy. So today that's gonna change. I did have an assignment due for today, but our professor, bless his heart, that guy, he deserves a freaking trophy because he's extended every single one of our assignments. He's like one of the most understanding people ever, and I love his course. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of modernism in terms of modernist literature. Beyond that, I did have an assignment due for that today. I am doing some work for that. I'm currently looking up some articles and looking at the poem and kind of analyzing it before I really dive into other people's thoughts and stuff. Yesterday I left you off with having read about 50 pages of this. I still haven't read further into this, but I am planning on doing so today. Today I kind of want to see how far I can get into it. It's not clicking with this as of yet, so I'm hoping that over the course of the next couple of hours I will kind of find a connection and get as far into this as possible. I obviously want to also try and finish Dance of Thieves today. I have about 200 pages left, which translates to about 2 hours, I think, on the audiobook, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm also taking today a bit slow because I can have the opportunity to do so. Popping in to kind of give you a bit of an update, and I forgot to actually mention something earlier on into the vlog, so I figured I would do it right now. Oh my gosh, it is so cold. We're doing an update. I am on page 111 of Frost Heart. Still have the same problems. It's not that I'm not enjoying this, but my problems are still very much the same. Hoping it gets better with the second book if I do end up finishing this. Let me just say I have contemplating DNFing it. I just don't know if this book is for me, but I'm gonna keep pushing through because I'm still in the very familiar part of things. It could be that aspect that I'm just like not paying as much attention because I know how certain things end up going. Then the little thing that I need to talk to you about is my book club, which is topping the TBR. I'll have that link down below. We originally decided we were gonna read The Starless Sea, but we ended up not doing this anymore. We scrapped that idea because even though this does have a romance, we wanted to shift things up a bit. And the books that we ended up choosing, there are 2 of them because one is in light of the recent events happening in America and with the Black Lives Matter movement, and the other one we figured is an old favorite, and honestly I would opt for this anyways because it is a lot shorter than The Starless Sea. But now I have an additional 2 books on my TBR, so we don't know how that's gonna work out. But the 2 books are Children of Blood and Bone and Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. These 2 are our book picks for June. I've already read Children of Blood and Bone. I really liked it when I originally read it back in 2018 when it was released. The second one is out. I don't have a copy of the second book, but I might be getting one soon. And then I've had this for a year, 2 years maybe. I've never read this before, but I really want to. I'm really happy that we ended up settling on these instead. Happy evening. I just wanted to pop in and give you the last update for the evening before I head off to bed because I am honestly exhausted. Bit of an update on my reading. I didn't listen further into Dance of Thieves. I'm still 437 pages, I want to say. I'm still there, but I have made some progress in Frost Heart. I'm not finishing obviously because I'm going to bed. I'm so close. I'm on page 210, so I have about 130 pages left to read tomorrow. I'm almost there, but I'm too exhausted to read and focus on that right now. Hello, happy Saturday. I can't believe it's Saturday. I wish I stepped in today, but I did not. But that's fine. I thought I'd just quickly pop in and give you an update. I have about an hour left of my audiobook, like literally real-time listening, the actual audiobook. I probably have way less than that, so what I'm going to be doing a little bit later when I get back from walking around, I'm going to just sit down and kind of work through my bullet journal a bit and get some things filled in there. But I also read a little bit more of Frost Heart this morning. I literally have 80 pages left, so I'm hoping to power through this. So that's the plan. Hello, and I'm back. I've just kind of spent the majority of the day shopping. But now my plans right now, I'm probably going to sit down. I have a lot of writing stuff to do, so I'm going to listen to my audiobook and then I'm going to jump into First Start to finish it. I still haven't decided what I'm going to jump into next. You know what? I think I do. I've been putting it off for so long without meaning to, because I don't know why. I'm just nervous. Like, it always happens with her new books, because I'm always nervous to see if I'll actually end up liking them or not, especially since I really love her other books. But I think I'm going to start on Crescent City. I haven't done that this week. I plan on at least starting this because I was supposed to read it last weekend, so I should get to it. Hi, hello, happy Sunday. Today is obviously the last day of this vlog, so I figured I would quickly start wrapping up things. So the first thing I want to talk about is yesterday I finished Dance of Thieves by Mary Epius, and this is obviously once again the follow-up to the Remnant Chronicles, placed 6 years after, a new cast of characters, all of that jazz. This was pretty good. I really did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. I put it through CorePile and it came at that. It's not a particularly high 4 stars. It was a really solid read for me. I found that I liked the characters, but when I'm looking at the plot and kind of what made me really fall in love with the Remnant Chronicles in comparison to this, the Dance of Thieves, I found that I really liked the mystery element. In this, there was a mystery element, but it wasn't really as prominent. A lot of this was getting to know a new space, so I think that a lot of this went into like the world building of this new area, which is pretty much undiscovered and new to a lot of the continent. I mean, I really did enjoy it. I thought it was really great. I really liked, once again, that we had the dual perspectives. We kind of had them constantly being at odds with each other, and we kind of seeing the two views of each situation in which both Jace and Cassie are part of. So I really liked that a lot. I really did. But once again, in comparison to the first book in the Remnant Chronicles, A Kiss of Deception, completely different vibe. But you know, each their own. I did enjoy it. It was great. I really did like it. I am keen on continuing on with the series. I then finished Frostheart by Jamie Littler. I enjoyed this once again, but not as much as anything else. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay for me. It had its strong elements, but it also had a lot of weak elements, and I think that for a debut it actually isn't terrible. The illustrations in this are beyond gorgeous. I'm really loving that, but I really did feel as if the writing did not really aid the story for me in this. I felt like it was really just disjointed, and like I said, there were like phrases and stuff that just kind of pulled me out of it. Just more at the end of the day like a personal preference. It just didn't work for me for the most part. It was quite a long book. I then made some progress in Lawfare by Michelle LaRue and Dennis Davis, and I'm really finding this so very interesting. The last thing that I have to update you on right now is I have started reading Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. I'm 50 pages in, which isn't particularly long. I am finding that even though I'm reading this slower than I would any other book at this point, I am finding it not very difficult to get into. I'm not finding the writing to be heavy or info dumpy at this point, but as I said, I'm only 50 pages in. People say it's about the first 100 pages, I believe, so it might still get there, but at this point I'm not really seeing that too much. I'm quite enjoying it. I think the story is pretty interesting. Not really forming any character connections at the moment. Like, I care for Bryce, I like Danica so far, but so far I'm not really forming any connections. I just wanted to quickly pop in and kind of wrap up this week's vlog. I just wanted to let you know that I have not in fact finished the Mawa. Last night I finished at about 80%. I do plan on reading it further in obviously the upcoming week because I kind of have to. But other than that, thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please be sure to check out the links down below. I've included links to a resource space where you can sign petitions, places where you can donate, and all of that. And then I've also included the link to the Blackout Buddy Read, which is a really great initiative if you are interested in educating yourself. At the moment they are doing non-fiction. I believe White Fragility was one of them. However, that has come out to be quite controversial and in fact not a great book to read because it makes use of a slur, a really bad slur. And then I believe the other book is White Rage. I will have that, which is from Shay's channel, also linked down below. I have her and obviously the link to all of the Blackout Buddy Reads information down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my face, please subscribe. And without further ado, I will see you in the next video.